There aren't many details to explain, but from what's been rumored, they always preferred to keep the lights off. In the darkness, Yeva would guide Hovhannes to take the back lane. Maybe it was simply because Hovhannes had always been satisfied with Yeva's efforts, and because of that, no issues ever seemed to arise when it came to their bedroom activities. Hello and welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into yet another chilling real-life story from around the world. This time, our story takes us to Sarnobia, a village in the Shirak province of Armenia. Fun fact: this area changed its name to Sarnobia in 1940 and is known for its artificial reservoir that irrigates over 1,000 hectares of land. But behind this peaceful setting lies a shocking tale. It's about a family that started off living in harmony, only to be torn apart by an unbelievable revelation. The wife turned out to be a man. Curious about the full story? Stick around as we uncover all the details and dive deeper into this extraordinary case. Let's get started. Before we jump into the story, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this story with your friends. It's one you won't want to miss. So, here's how it begins. It all started in 1992. Yeva, a 26-year-old with a stunning face, was actually a man named Levon. Yeva had slightly curly hair, smooth, exotic skin, and a natural charm that turned heads everywhere. Even as a child, Levon's talent for makeup was clear. Whenever he applied it, his friends were left speechless at how flawlessly he could transform his appearance. At school, he was often teased by the boys in his class, though it was more admiration than ridicule. One day, a friend invited Yeva to Yerevan, promising a job in insurance marketing. Yeva was excited. After all, with great communication skills, this kind of work seemed like a perfect fit. But when Yeva arrived and waited for the job to materialize, it didn't pan out. After weeks of waiting, Yeva was told the position wasn't available anymore, with no clear explanation. Stranded in Yerevan, Yeva stayed in a friend's small boarding room for a few months. Thankfully, a new opportunity came along, a job at a modest restaurant. Yeva quickly became well-liked by her co-workers, and even the restaurant owner appreciated Yeva's hard work and pleasant demeanor. Soon enough, Yeva caught the attention of the owner's brother, Hovhannes. He was a frequent visitor to the restaurant and often teased Yeva playfully during her shifts. At first, Yeva didn't think much of it. She assumed Hovhannes was married, with a wife and kids, so she kept things respectful. However, one day, Hovhannes confided in his sister that he was smitten with Yeva. The restaurant owner eventually told Yeva about Hovhannes' feelings and clarified that he was a widower and had been single for a long time. Hearing this, Yeva felt it was fine to give Hovhannes a chance. When he asked her out, she agreed. They were both unattached, after all. Over the next few months, Yeva and Hovhannes grew closer, and love began to blossom. Hovhannes took their relationship seriously, showing his respect for Yeva by not rushing into physical intimacy before marriage. He admired her elegance and intelligence, seeing her as someone who carried herself with class. This only deepened his feelings for her, and soon they decided to marry. The wedding took place in late 1993. Hovhannes, a 45-year-old widower with 2 children, married Yeva, now 28. After the wedding, Yeva moved to Sarnobia to live with Hovhannes and his children. One day, not long after settling into their new life together, Hovhannes asked Yeva about her views on family. He explained that while she would now be a mother to his 2 children from his previous marriage, he wondered if she wanted to have children of her own. Yeva's response brought a smile to his face. "I already consider your 2 children as my own," she said. "I think 2 children are enough for us, as long as we raise them with love and care. There's no need for more." Hovhannes nodded in agreement, grateful for Yeva's devotion to their family. Hovhannes agreed with Yeva's idea of not having more children, and for the next 7 years, they seemed to live a happy and harmonious life. Yeva fully embraced her role as a mother, nurturing, educating, and caring for Hovhannes' 2 children. The kids grew to love Yeva deeply, seeing her as a true parent. But here's the question you might be asking. Did Hovhannes and Yeva ever share a physical relationship? While the exact details remain unclear, Rumors suggest that their intimate life took place entirely in the dark. In those conditions, Yeva would guide Hrvones to take the back lane, as it said. Apparently, Hrvones was content with the arrangement and satisfied with Yeva's efforts, so no issues ever arose in that area of their marriage. As for Yeva's appearance, according to Hrvones and those close to him, her body was very feminine. She had a smooth figure, no visible body hair, and no prominent Adam's apple, leading to speculation that she might have had some surgeries. However, Yeva had not undergone bottom surgery, meaning she still had male anatomy. Despite this, Hrvones claimed that Yeva often used lubricant during their intimate moments to ensure comfort. He reasoned that this was understandable, given the reputedly larger physical size of Armenian men, including himself. Ultimately, the marriage worked for 7 years because Yeva was incredibly skillful at maintaining the illusion. Her ability to navigate their relationship, both emotionally and physically, allowed her to blend seamlessly into her role as Hrvones' wife and the children's mother, without raising any suspicions. Hrvones recalled that Yeva would take pills every week, which he later discovered were hormone medications. Yeva always removed the labels and packaging, telling him they were special women's medications to prevent pregnancy since they didn't want to have children. Hrvones believed her without question. Adding to the illusion, every month, pads with red stains would appear in the bathroom trash can. Hrvones assumed his wife was menstruating, further cementing the ruse Yeva had so carefully orchestrated. For years, everything seemed normal. But in 2010, when Yeva turned 41, she decided to apply for a job at a company and was hired as a full-time staff member. Working from morning to night, Yeva felt her responsibilities at home had lessened now that Hrvones' children, both in their mid-20s, were grown and independent. However, this marked the beginning of the unraveling. Yeva started hanging out with co-workers after hours, going to nightclubs, drinking, and partying. Hrvones' children began hearing rumors from friends who spotted Yeva at these parties. Soon, photos and videos emerged showing Yeva drinking heavily and even making out with other men. Things escalated when Hrvones himself discovered intimate messages and emails on Yeva's laptop, revealing an affair. The breaking point came when a relative shared shocking information. Yeva was not a woman at all. The relative claimed to have known from Yeva's, or Levon's, school days that Yeva was actually a man. The truth began to spread, but Hrvones and his eldest son stayed quiet for a while, hoping it wasn't true. Finally, one night in mid-2011, Hrvones confronted Yeva. Furious, he demanded to know the truth. When Yeva hesitated, Hrvones' anger boiled over, and he struck her. In the heat of the moment, Yeva pushed him hard against the wall. The fight escalated, with the two exchanging blows like two men. Finally, Yeva broke down and admitted it all. She had been born male and hadn't undergone bottom surgery, though her official documents had been changed to reflect a female identity. Hrvones, devastated and betrayed, lashed out even more. The argument turned into a full-blown physical fight until Yeva called the police to report her injuries. After that night, their relationship was over. Hrvones immediately filed for divorce, and Yeva left the house for good. By the end of 2011, the divorce was finalized. Hrvones was deeply hurt but chose not to sue Yeva, reasoning that despite the lies, Yeva had taken good care of his children during their 7 years together. His children, however, were heartbroken and felt betrayed by the person they had grown to see as a second mother. Hrvones eventually went public with the story, sharing it with the media in Yerevan. After that, Yeva disappeared without a trace. What lessons can we learn from this story?